Hey guys, looks like this is the last assignment for the semester. Been a good long semester, but now we're hitting the end, and for our last assignment, we have a pretty awesome topic to talk about. The future technology, not just exclusively for gaming, but in general. So of the videos that got posted, with the assignment description, I really was interested in the one about artificial intelligence with robots. And even though artificial intelligence isn't limited to just robots and androids, it's kind of what you associate artificial intelligence with the most. They use it also for things like when you play like a chess game with the computer, it has to have artificial intelligence to know which is the best move to make. But for this assignment, I'm mostly going to relate it to robots. There is an example I have that's related to nanotechnology. But first, I'm just going to start off with that video that was posted about artificial intelligence brought up the whole question of kind of how far is too far with technology in making robots, and can they develop thoughts and feelings? About the whole developing thoughts and feelings, I read this book a while back. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's called Prey. It's a novel by Michael Critchton. And it was published in 2002, and the whole idea of the book is this developer, this like computer developer guy ends up going to this facility out in the desert where they have developed these little nanobots, and they're using the little nanobots for medical reasons, and basically, like, they look kind of like dust. They're really small, micro, like, nanobots, and what they do is you inject them into a person, and they take images of people inside, they gather together collectively, and they create the image, so it's in real time, and you can kind of look into someone's body, you inject it into them, and, well, of course, for the nanobots to understand that they have to group together, they had to be programmed a certain way. So they were given this artificial intelligent program that's called Prey, which was developed off the concept of a predator changes its tactics to hunt when something is too hard to hunt. It'll change its tactics so that it can, eat to survive. Well, the nanobots their technology was based off this whole prey concept, or prey versus predator, I should say. And, of course, they're thinking from the perspective of the predator. Well, if you consider it thinking. Anyways, they escape through a vent out into the desert, and the nanobots actually start to group together with a pack-like mindset because of that predator programming, and they actually start to hunt things. They start to suffocate animals, like they suffocate a rabbit by like all grouping together, and basically, like I said, it's like sand. You get enough of it and you choke on it. And they start attacking people, which is kind of one of those caution against technology kind of stories, but the concept is robots, in a way, I feel, could almost think in the future due to artificial intelligence. When you, like in this novel, the whole thought of a program that changes to, like, so that the robot would change thinking patterns to do certain think in certain instances. Kind of like, I watched a few videos on ASIMO. I don't know if you guys have heard of the robot developed by Honda. Really impressive artificial intelligence programming, but like he can walk. There was this one demonstration I watched where they had people walking towards him, or her, and walking towards him, I'm just gonna say, and he had to decide, like, when people would walk directly to him, he had to, walk around them. And they had multiple people doing this so that it was kind of like walking through a crowd. And for him to be able to recognize, like, hey, this person's coming at me at this angle, I have to turn here so that I don't run into them. I mean, obviously, that's not something that you can design like, hey, this person is going to walk exactly at this path. People just, walk. You can't really determine how someone else is going to react. So his programming has to change his thought processing has to change so that he knows how to respond to certain things. And that's kind of where AI is going, is you can only develop so many set paths within a robot or in any artificial intelligence that really they're going to probably start using programming that deals with changing patterns, changing to adapt to certain instances. Another thing about the future of AI and how it'll be influential, just in general, I looked at a video, another Japanese robot video, where the robots were made incredibly human-like, which kind of takes us back to the whole uncanny valley thing that we did a few assignments ago. They were really creepy to watch because they're so human-like. They blink, they look around. People ask them, the programming for them was they watched people and they mimic the way that we move. So like if I turn my head, they would kind of, develop that kind of movement. They would turn their head as well. It's a male and female robot, and people ask them questions, and they'll answer. Like, the guy robot said he was 26 years old, and it's kind of crazy things like that. And all the videos and links I'll post in the description and probably with the assignment in case you guys are interested. I looked at some pretty cool stuff. That's one of the most interesting to me was they are actually putting the guy and girl robot, who are incredibly human-like. I don't believe they had a name in the video for either of them, but they were putting them in hospitals to gauge people's reactions. And one of the guys who works with the robots said the biggest thing about them was, kind of that whole back to the uncanny valley, was they just have such a strong presence. But they're going to try to develop the robots in a way to talk with the elderly to combat dementia, which I thought was kind of interesting. And, obviously, that's way outside gaming. I mean, I imagine AI will always be used in gaming for things like NPCs, knowing how to talk to certain people, how to interact in games. And but think about like the nanobots in the book Prey. That's something medical purposes, they get together. I mean, I hope we wouldn't use that programming and have them attack people, but the thought that you can make them show an image from inside a person's body so that, doctors can look at that, see where the issues are when a patient's having pain. Also, talking to elderly people to, combat dementia. And also, like, in that robot link that was posted with the assignment, they cooking, cleaning, multiple languages, like, robots and artificial intelligence will be used to do kind of small tasks for us in the future, which kind of is worrisome because people will get lazy. But at the same time, I'm very interested in seeing, like, how that technology will fully develop. I mean, it's already going a certain direction, you can see that, but I am definitely more interested in seeing if there will be any new twists to it in the future. And that concludes my assignment. And everyone, I hope your finals all went well and have a good next semester and, have a good life, I guess. I'm signing off, so see you guys around sometime. Bye.